Welcome to 60 Skills. Today's topic is, how does weather magic work? Weather magic is an interesting topic. If you approach it from the category of Franz Barden's Kabbalah, it's actually an effect of the letter A for air. Now, that said, I've largely seen two approaches applied to dealing with weather, and interestingly, their ultimate effect in terms of radius didn't seem to be much different. So, okay, one way to do this is to softly project your energy into the area around you in order to change the immediate weather effects. One friend's teacher, and one friend's father actually, who was also a Kabbalist, interestingly enough, found that it took him about 10 years of practicing with the letter A intensely in order to really generate this effect practically in the here and now. So understand that barring some natural level of ability or the use of foci or stored energy, most people are going to have a very limited effect to do something with this. There is one notable exception in terms of the technique known as cloud bursting, but I will get to that at a later time. What this individual found was that by strongly invoking the letter A into the environment around him, he could change the weather around him within about a 100-meter radius. Now, this was also highly contingent upon what was available. Stopping a raging storm by the seaside probably isn't going to happen for most people. On the other hand, you might be able to lessen the storm for a few minutes. I have also known people who were able to generate rain upon command. However, these people also were living in the tropics, and it was not dry season. On the other hand, if you live in Arizona during the dry season, which is most of the year, your ability to generate rain is going to be rather limited. People who do this tend to do it as ritual magic, utilizing a group of practitioners for obvious reasons. Having more than one person greatly enhances the amount of energy you can generate in a group. Now, that's what I call soft way of doing this. When this happens, the change in weather tends to come on rather slowly over a period of 5 minutes or so, and then will start to fade rather quickly once the effect starts to wear off. And I've seen the effect last anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to up to half an hour. Now, there is also what is known as the vaulting method. Now, this you have to be careful with because it can result in a rather violent change to the environment around you. One student, while walking in a forest in Siberia, almost got himself and his fiancée killed doing this. They got into an argument about his supposed ability involving esoterics, to which he said, okay, I will cause a rainstorm now. His fiancée thought this was, to be kind, bullshit. So then he vaulted very strongly a desire for a rainstorm in Siberia. What transpired about 15 minutes later was a massive hailstorm that almost killed the both of them. What was also interesting was that by vaulting, the hailstorm didn't last very long. Apparently it was over in about 5 to 10 minutes. So again, your intention and method of changing the weather also has a big effect on how it happens. Now, I also mentioned earlier a technique known as cloud bursting. This is a well understood esoteric phenomenon in which a practitioner on an otherwise sunny day spots a cloud in the distance, projects what is usually mental or vital energy into the cloud, and the cloud will softly split apart. If you have strong vital energy, you can actually sit out there for a couple of hours and basically create a patchwork from cloud fragments. Interestingly enough, the notorious fraud, the Amazing Randy, would refuse to meet with people who could demonstrate cloud bursting. The fact that he was more interested in philosophy than exploring the actual merits of his supposed challenge is another interesting topic worth discussing at a later point in time. Cloud bursting is a decent technique that allows you to train mental, astral, and vital energy at a distance. What is curious about this is apparently the less tangible the weather phenomenon is, and the farther it is away from you, the easier this is to pull off. So cloud bursting is a good technique to practice with once you've begun to develop your sense of clairsentience and ability to control the more tangible astral energy associated with vital force. And to be honest with you, it's just kind of a cool thing to verify that what you're doing isn't crazy talk. So what I would advise is going out on a mostly sunny day when it's not apt to rain, because the clouds will essentially be weaker then. Find a cloud and then slowly split it into a dozen or so pieces. You'd be amazed. It may take you an hour or two, but surprisingly enough, it works. And sometimes it can work relatively quickly. So that's a little talk on weather magic. I hope to see you again soon, and be well.